Casters, welcome to another edition of Pop the Chart. My name is Corey, and I am the host of the live stream, and we are going to be covering the DLPN Dolphin Entertainment earnings. Whoop, whoop. Hit up that live chat, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and feel free to share out the link. Each and every one of you. First and foremost, I have to tell you, I am not a financial advisor. I cannot tell you what to do with your money. You got to invest in the market at your own risk. But I will give you the most educated information that I can. I will be giving you the earnings as they come across the screen. I'll have that live in the news feed. I'll have a whole lot more for you as well. So keep you updated as we follow along. We got HOFE moving as well in the after hours. Check this out. Dolphin DLPN already went up to 1125. All right, in my show, if you were just with me on my other show, I was talking about I don't know what, like 30-40 minutes ago, I was talking about how DLPN was at like 9 something, and I said, you know, now wouldn't be a bad time to get in based on previous history. It typically goes up right there into the after hours, right before earnings, whatever. Sure enough, boom, DLPN takes off and goes to 1125. So if you would have heeded that a little bit of advice, you would have rocked it. Okay, so here it is. The earnings just came across right here. I have the earnings for you. They are coming up, and I will pull it across. 402, it came out. All right, so here is the earnings for Dolphin. All right, so we're going to put it right here for you. I'll make it up a little higher there. We are... it looks like Dolphin Entertainment Q4 sales of 6.70 million beat the estimate of 6.30. We got a beat, ladies and gentlemen. We got a beat on the earnings. Dolphin Entertainment recorded quarterly sales of 6.70 million, which beat the analyst consensus estimate of 6.31 million by 6.18%. This is 3.86% increase over sales of 6.45 million the same period last year. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. Huge. Love it. That is epic. That is super epic. I was trying to see if they had any EPS information here. I don't see anything yet. They just said the earnings are going to be scheduled. So we'll have that call. By the way, the call goes live at 4:30 p.m. So, hey, we got a beat. All y'all, hit that like button right now. We got a beat up in here. We got a beat. This thing's going to run. It's going to run. So DLPN, in my opinion, is going to run. You got a beat on earnings. We should have some EPS maybe information coming across here really soon. So earnings are great. It's a beat. We're gonna get a call from Mr. Bill O'Dowd. We'll be talking to him here shortly on the phone call. So here we go. Here's some more info right here. Says yeah. Shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q4 sales results. So check that out. Boom, boom, boom. Sales are trading higher. Shares. So let's see here. We got some peeps up in here. I can't quite read the, I'm assuming that's like Korean, whatever you got there. I can't read that, but I see you. Hello, welcome. Fletch Liz was in my stream earlier. Thank you so much for flipping over to the other stream here. Appreciate it. Let's see here. We got, let's see, Moranamore, I guess. I don't know how to, Mononomore or something. I can't read that. I apologize. Robert Crane. Robert, hey, yo, welcome back, Robert. Thank you so much. Aaron's back in here. We got 1010. What up, 1010? So let's do this. Again, like I said, smash that like button. We got to get some likes. Share out the link. Yo, we only got 16 people in here. This is DLPN. Let's get some people up in here. I know there might have been some confusion. Honestly, I seen that they were going to have something, but there was no link on the website or anything at all. Like, I had to actually, find the link to be able to get this all set up, which I did. I logged in. It says they're going to have their call. The earnings just came out, so everything's looking good right now as far as the call is concerned. So share the link out. Let some people know. Joey's back. Joey was in my live stream today too as well. Joey, run. DLPN, run. Go. By the way, Joey, I know Ben and y'all were talking about it. Did you all get into it? Did you get into DLPN when we were talking about it earlier? I was curious. I don't know if you actually said if you got in or not, but if you did, you're making some money right now. Just saying. So huge. I want to keep an eye on HOFE too. I got into that too earlier today. Some more. I actually averaged down on HOFE. Again, HOFE, DLPN, they're married. They're like it's like a partnership, right? You can't have one without the other. That's right. Aaron says, "Oh, I'm getting excited. Been waiting on this run. Been waiting on it. 19 people up in here. Hit the like button. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining. Again, if you've never been here before, or if you've never seen my show before, I do the show each day, market open through market close. However, tomorrow I'm actually taking a flight. I'm going out of town. So I'm going out of town tomorrow. I got a wedding to go to in Florida. So I'm flying to Florida. I'm in the state of Ohio right now. But tonight, I'm going to do tomorrow a show, 9 p.m. tonight as well, and then tomorrow's day trades today. It'll be a quick 20-minute to an hour show. Come on in tonight at 9 p.m. I'm going to go through my stock screener, pull out some stocks that could be potentials for gainers for tomorrow, and then I'll show you levels. Y'all can do what you want with that. Dirty Mike and the boys, yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Be sure to share out the link. Let everybody know we got the earnings, and the earnings were a beat. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a beat. Yes. Dolphin Entertainment. So good deal. Let's see here. Maro, Andres, Ars, Santi Banez. I hope I said that right. I probably totally butchered that. I apologize if I did. NFTs is the new order. I love it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So thank you. By the way, if you have not hit that sub button, make sure you hit subscribe and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I do a show each day, Monday through Friday. Now, again, next week I'm going out of town, so I'm going to do a show each night. It's a little hour-long show for day trades. I'll have one tonight at 9 p.m., so you can check that out tonight at 9 p.m. I will not be here tomorrow, unfortunately. For you all, but I will be on a plane. Yeah, so I'm leaving on a jet plane, going to my family, going to a wedding out in the state of Florida, heading down to the state of Florida. But yes, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click that like button. Again, anything that you can do to help the algorithm. If you click that like button, by the way, it lets YouTube know that I do exist. It also it'll move it up a little bit, so especially in the HOFV side of things and the DLPN side of things, Dolphin. It'll move that up, and people will be able to see it, so we can get more and more investors investing into these NFT stocks, which is what we want, right? Dirty Mike says, "Welcome to Florida." I'm not in Florida yet. I'll be in Florida tomorrow. But are you from Florida? Are you from Florida? I will be there. I'll be in Florida tomorrow. I'm flying in tomorrow. I know my thing says tonight from my hotel room, but that's just because I had that set up so that when I go, I don't have to worry about messing with it. Robert says, "Click the button. Come on, only 6 people. Hit the like button." Robert, thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. What part of Florida there, Dirty Mike? What part of Florida are you in? I know Carlos, my buddy Carlos. He's down at, I think, Naples. Carlos is in, it comes in and does the show here and there. We got, let's see here. 12 minutes, and then we'll be able to do the, which I actually might be able to log in. Give me 1 second here. Where is it at? Here it is. Alright, I just want to pause this music for 2 seconds. Alright, good. The audio is working. Awesome. We have audio. That's all that matters. Central Florida. That's where I'm going. It says, I hope you have a great time. Frank says, I hope you have a great time. Flex says, like that, bleep, hit that bleep like button. That's where I'm actually going. So I'm going to be halfway between Tampa, Orlando, right in that ballpark for a wedding. I'll be staying there Friday, and then Saturday is the wedding. So I mean, like I said, I'm flying in tomorrow. So tomorrow's Friday. Then Sunday, and then I'm going to Orlando. I'll be at SeaWorld on Monday. I will be at SeaWorld. So if it's SeaWorld on Monday, you can see me. You can take a picture with me. I'll sign an autograph. Even though it's probably not going to be worth, honestly, DLPN's worth a lot more than my autograph. But hey, you know what? I'll do it. I'll take a picture with you. Well, hey, maybe we'll even get the Shamu whale guy to come on up and take a picture too as well. I'll do it. I'm not afraid. I'll do it right there. Well, straight up, take a photo with you. I'll ink it on there, right there, you know. But anyway, I'm going to Orlando, and then I'm going to be there for a couple days. Of course, they're saying there's going to be like 3 to 4 inches of rain down there. I'm like, yo, I'm from Ohio. We get rain and snow all the time. Y'all are in a drought from last I heard. Y'all are in a drought. All right, and then I come down there, and it's going to rain like crazy. So don't blame me for all the rain, all right? I know y'all need it, but oh, man, this is my luck. I'm going to go down to Florida. It's going to rain the whole time there. Then we're going to Anna Maria Island. We're going to go down to Anna Maria Island, check it out as well. So I'll be in your area. Hopefully traffic isn't bad tomorrow when I get my rental car out down in Tampa. But so anyway, Holy Bananas, yo, 100, come on, baby. Yeah, Holy Bananas, welcome back. Welcome back. We got 28 people up in here. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Feel free to join the show. We do the show each day. Market open through market close. Again, like I said, this week, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a night show for while I'm out of town. So make sure you come back tonight, 9 p.m. On my channel. I'm going to do tomorrow's day trades today. So I'm going to give you some technical analysis on stocks based on a stock screener that I have. And I'll give you those information. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do, but those are alerts, and they'll give you, hey, all right, you know, tomorrow, maybe I want to check this stock out. So make sure you come check that out. Anna Maria Island is awesome. One of my favorite spots. I know we'll be there from like Tuesday through we fly back the following Friday. So, but yes. So I've heard it's gorgeous. I've seen like some videos, pictures. Excited. My uncle that lives there in Central Florida said, "Hey, good. I definitely would go there and check that out." So it'd be epic. So good deal. Holy Banana says, "Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, that's right. Awesome possum up in here. Yo, DLPN. Check it out." I mean, seriously, I like literally earlier I said it was like 8 something. It was like $8 or something, I think, on DLPN. $8 was $9. And I was like, you know what, this typically runs right before earnings. It usually runs. Might be a good opportunity. We hit 11.25 right as soon as we got into the after hours. Right as soon as it came out, 11.25. Boom. You could have made it easily $2 a share right there. It was 9.02 when it closed. So you made $2 a share right off the bat. Boom. Let's see here. Brian Paulson, welcome. 888. Yeah, you're right. There's 888. Yeah, I told you. I knew it was down. It was like $8 or something. I remember checking it. I remember seeing it while I was talking about it earlier today. I said, yeah, check that out. So that's huge. So good deal. But here we are. We are, well, we're under 7 minutes. So I should be getting close to the call here. Supposed to be 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. and here we are. So less than 7 minutes to the call. We got 31 people in here. Come on. I know we had a lot more in the last time Dolphin was supposed to have a call. So y'all need to share this link out. Y'all need to get some people up in here. We got to get the NFTs up in here. NFTs. All my NFT investors. Come on. Join in. Join in the fun. Hit the like button. We only got 8 likes, man. 8? Come on. I know y'all like me more than that. You got to like me more than that. Come on now. They're like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I am not clicking that like button. It's not happening. What do I got to do to get some likes up in here? I got to bring a unicorn on the show. I got to bring a unicorn on the show. I got to do it. All right, what do I got to do? $100. Here we come. Holy Bananas. Let's, again, you all got to definitely come and join tonight, 9 p.m. I'm going to do a show. Hopefully, I'm supposed to be getting my haircut in a little while. Honestly, I didn't even realize we were going to do this earnings because there was no, like, link to it whatsoever. No news on the website. I've been following it. But then I seen it on Stocktwits, and then Aaron, I'm going to give Aaron a shout out. All right, Aaron's in the live chat. Aaron came in and said, yo, you doing this later? And I was like, I seen something about it, but I don't have a link. And so Aaron helped me scatter the web and find the link. And I got the link to the... So thank you so much, Aaron, for getting that. Yo, that's me! He's like, yeah, that's me! That's me! Yo, that's me! Yeah, that's right. So thank you, Aaron. Thank you so much. So we were able to do that and get that posted out and get it up and running. So thank you. Appreciate it. So there we go. And then So then later on, I'm supposed to get my hair cut. So right now, I'm a little, you know, whatever. I'm in the hoodie. I'm in the shorts. I'm in the wonky clothes because my clothes are packed in a bag. So I'm living out of a suitcase right now in a way. Somewhat. I will be living out of a suitcase, but you know, make it do. Make it do. Dirty Mike and the Boy says, at bend over. 31 on Twits. You know, I seen the post that said bend over or whatever. And I was laughing. I was like, man, I said somebody on Stocktwits name's Ben Dover. I said somebody got creative. And then when you said you posted back and said Dirty Mike and the Boys, I realized who you were. And I was like, I know who that is now. I know who that is now. 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then we'll be pulling up the call and going live with Mr. O'Dowd, the CEO of Dolphin Entertainment. With the beat on earnings, that's epic. Just be careful. Usually during earnings call, you might see a slight pullback in the stock here. So again, just be careful of that. Don't get like too crazily hyped because you do have this little curve back right now. Typically, when the calls start, people start listening. They're not in there making those investments right away. So, and then you might see it turn back after the call. So just be careful of that. But hey, if you're gonna get into it. Just go. You know, I can't tell you what to do. You got to make your own decisions. But just be careful of it. Got a little bit of a pullback on the 15 here. But yes. This thing typically, I mean, 14. It's not out of the realm of possibility for this to hit $14. I'm just saying. Dominic says, "What do you think a reasonable price target is?" Well, I just told you. I answered your question before I even read your question. I said it's not out of the realm of possibility for this to hit $14. It tends to do it. It goes up to about 14 and comes back. So keep that in mind. 38 people in here. 9 likes. Smash the like button. Let's go. It's less than 3 minutes to go. And then when we get about 1 minute to 1 minute, I'll pull up the audio. I'll bring it over so y'all can see it. 14 today, 28 in a month. There you go. You tell him, Dominic. You tell him. Y'all hit that sub button. I think if each one of you that isn't already subbed, if you subbed right now, it was a subscriber on my channel, it would probably put me over 300 subs. So you guys can literally give me to 300 subs if you haven't subbed yet. I am trying my hardest to grow this channel. Anything helps. So if you could do that, I'd appreciate it. The like button helps out big time. The sub button helps out, and you guys can be notified at every time that I go live. I keep you updated. If you want to learn more about the show, just go in there. Talk to some of the people that come into my channel on a regular basis. Joey's in there almost every day, pretty much. I said Aaron came in today. Fletch was in there. So any of y'all that's been there, Robert's been in there. Any of y'all, you want to talk to him, hit him up in the live chat. They'll tell you about my show. Is it Reva? Reva Ross? Reva? I hope it's Reva. Is it Reva or Reva? I want to make sure I say it right. Ross. I can call you Ross. There you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, each and every one of you. 41 people in here. Let's keep it growing. Come on. We are we're almost 1 minute. Once we get down to 1 minute here, I'm gonna pull up the audio port. Here we go. 1 minute. All right. Let me drag this. Oh, hang on a second. Let me make this a little smaller. I'm probably gonna get hit copyright. I get copyright hits flags from YouTube all the time. Just for this, for what you're listening to right now, which is a hold music. They have literally flagged me for this. So hold on a second. Let's bring this over here. But all right, so while we're jamming out to this wonderful, epic hold music, we sound like I'm straight out of a Disney movie right now. This is straight out of Disney movie. All right, so anyway, we got Fat Tails is in here. Fat Tails is in here. We got Fast and Slothy, Holy Bananas. All y'all are in here. Welcome so much. Thank you so much for coming in. 48 people. Share out the link. Let's go. We are less than actually right now it's 4:30, so there should be any moment that they come live. Smash that like button. Hit the sub button. Let's give. If you can't give me over 300 subs, I'm gonna check that. Hang with me after the call, and I'll tell you a little bit about my show tonight. I'm gonna do a show at 9 p.m. tonight. It's a tomorrow's day trades today, so make sure you hang out with me tonight at 9 p.m. Come in. I already have it scheduled. It's already ready to roll. Come in to join and do the show. Each day, market open through market close. However, next week I'm on out of town, so I'll be doing the show at night. Tomorrow's day trades. Today I'll do that all next week as well as Sunday through Thursday so that you got everything for the next day. Also tonight for tomorrow, since I'll be on a plane tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. But come in and join the show. I do it, like I said, for you guys. It's for you. It's for you all. I do the show to help you. And you can ask some of my regulars. They love it. They love coming in each day and hanging out. It's fun. It's fun time. Joey, one of my regulars, says, give the man some love, y'all. 52 in here. Only 13 likes. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. Y'all making my day. Thank you. DLPN to the moon. Woohoo! Like Doge today. Doge hitting over 17 cents. I'm like, what? What? Doge to the moon. DLPN's moving that way too right now. Look at it. Casey says, you got a like for me? Yes. I like you too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it. Each and every one of you. Thank you so much. All 58 of you. I'm gonna come here and give you a big hug right now. Look at that. Oh, yes. Yes, look at that. Y'all just got a hug. Check that out. 65. Man, we're growing. We're growing right now. Share it on Stocktwits. Robert, thank you. Thank you for sharing that out. Appreciate it. 68 people. We are trying to grow the channel. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Join in. Woo! DLPN to the moon. Fast and Slothy going to 20. Going to 20. Again, good earnings. Look at that. Dolphin Q4 sales, 6.70 million. Beat the estimate of 6.31 million. Mr. O'Dowd's going to be coming on here just a moment. Just a few minutes late. Hey, you know what? Better late than never, right? Which beat the analyst consensus estimate of, the 6.31 million by 6.818%. So check that out. Epic. Sean. Yo, Sean's in here. Yeah, what up, Sean? I see you. I see you, my man. Sean's pretty good. Sean's real good at options. You guys have any options questions? Ask Sean. He's in the live chat. Excuse me. Hey, Sean, listen to this. Sean is in high school. All right, Sean is in high school. Sean has been killing it. Kid made like, I call him a kid, right? He's in high school. Kid made like $5 grand on options like a week or two ago. Kid's legit. You need to check options, man, right there in the live chat. I tell you, see, I keep track of my regulars. I try to remember who come into my show, who comes in on a daily basis. I give y'all shout outs. That's right, I do. I give you some love. Let's see here. Javier. Whoa! Hey, my aunt from Florida's calling me right now. Oh, I don't know if she want to be on live right now in front of 66 people. She get a little shy. But yeah, she's probably calling like, yo, you down here yet? I'm like, no, I'll be here tomorrow. So I have to call her back here shortly. Put her live. One's one of my regulars. Put her live. Put her live. Speakerphone. I'm like, hey, 66 people are checking you out right now, live. Yeah, nah, she'd be like, not. No, thank you. Click. That phone would be like, gone. But I will get to see her tomorrow. I'm excited. It's one of my aunts I don't get to see very often, so super excited to see her. She lives in Florida, so I have two aunts that live down there. My grandma Snowbirds, she's down there too. I haven't seen her in a few months. But ooh, is this it? Are they gonna do it right at the end of the music? Nope. Oh, they made you think they were going to do it right at the end of the music. They wanted to kind of tease you, like, oh, here we go. Nope, just kidding. 72 people. We're growing. Here we go. Sounds like, nope, maybe not. It sounded like it was cutting out there for a second. Oh, we're gonna have the call here very shortly. Very sure. As soon as I go live, we'll have it. Dirty Mike and the boys. These people are always late. Well, hey, the last time they said, yo, we're gonna have earnings, they waited till like 5 minutes before, and they said, "Oh, sorry, we're scheduling it for tomorrow." I had a whole bunch of people up in here, and they were like, I was like, "Oh, by the way, no call." And I was like, "I hope I'm not making anybody mad, but I didn't make that choice. Dolphin did." Then they had the whole little kind of, we had a little bit of an accounting error. And so now we actually have earnings. And so hopefully Mr. O'Dowd comes on here and gives everybody some really good news and hang out. So Fast and Slicey says 15 cents per share. 15 cents per share. Minus 15 anyway. Not your fault. They're irresponsible and late. Plus, it's not your fault. It isn't. But yo, 73. We're growing here. Hey, if y'all could get over, I tell you what, the record was 294. BlackBerry was 294. The record in my channel. Y'all could get to 294. You break a record. But here we go. Going live.
Greetings.
Right now.
Welcome to Dolphin Entertainment fourth quarter 2020 earnings call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. A question and answer session will follow the formal presentation. If anyone should require operator assistance during the conference, please press *0 on your telephone keypad. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference over to your host, James Carbonara of Investor Relations.
Thank you. And once again, welcome to Dolphin Entertainment's fourth quarter and full year 2020 earnings call. With me on the call are Bill O'Dowd, Chief Executive Officer, and Mirta Negrini, Chief Financial Officer. I would like to begin the call by reading the Safe Harbor Statement. This statement is made pursuant to the Safe Harbor Statement for forward-looking statements described in the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. All statements made on this call, with the exception of historical facts, may be considered forward-looking statements within the meaning of Section 27A of the Securities Act of 1933 and Section 21E of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. Although the company believes that expectations and assumptions reflected in these forward-looking statements are reasonable, it makes no assurances that such expectations will prove to have been correct. Actual results may differ materially from those expressed or implied in the forward-looking statements due to various risks and uncertainties. For a discussion of such risks and uncertainties, which could cause actual results to differ from those expressed or implied in the forward-looking statements, please see risk factors detailed in the company's annual report on Form 10-K, contained in subsequent filed quarterly reports on Form 10-Q, as well as in other reports that the company files from time to time with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Any forward-looking statements included in this earnings call are made only as of the date of this call. We do not undertake any obligation to update or supplement any forward-looking statements to reflect subsequent knowledge, events, or circumstances. Now I would like to turn the call over to Bill O'Dowd, Chief Executive Officer of Dolphin Entertainment. Bill, please proceed.
Thanks, James, and hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you, James, for reading the Safe Harbor Statement. I think we should record that and release it as our first NFT. That would do very well. Following in our traditional format, I will start by discussing our financials at a high level, and then speak about Dolphin 1.0 and the acquisitions we have made since last year's 10K earnings call, and then move to our launch of Dolphin 2.0, beginning with our recent announcements regarding NFTs. Okay, I said last week that I was excited to share our financials because our financials reflect the strength of our supergroup. Let's start with revenue. Even during the pandemic, with movie theaters, live music venues, restaurants, and hotels closed nationwide, Q4 revenue grew to approximately $6.7 million from $6.2 million in 2019. We believe Q1 revenues will pass $7 million, and we continue to believe that 2021 revenues will pass $30 million without taking into account any Dolphin 2.0 initiatives, such as our recently announced NFT division. As exciting as our revenue growth is, we feel even more proud about our improved balance sheet in 2020, even while continuing to pursue our growth and acquisition strategy. We improved our working capital deficit by over 80%, from $15.6 million down to $3 million. And as you all know, of course, if you're pursuing an acquisition strategy, you use cash, so it works against your working capital. But ours improved by over 80%. We're very, very proud of that fact. Quite frankly, if it weren't for the NFT announcements, this would be the headline. Our improved balance sheet is positioning us for future growth tremendously. We believe we will reach a working capital surplus shortly, certainly within 2021. It's our goal. And furthermore, both stockholders' equity and current assets doubled in value, and our cash on hand more than tripled from 2019 to 2020. And we believe that our financial statements differentiate us in the microcap space. To recap, how many microcap companies can make the following statements? First, we generate real revenue and grew revenue in Q4 year over year during the pandemic. We have more cash on our balance sheet than debt. We expect to have a working capital surplus this year. And lastly, we expect to remove our going concern this year. Oh, and by the way, we may be a microcap, but we are considered the best in the world at what we do, which is to market pop culture, which is a great segue to Dolphin 1.0. Dolphin 1.0 is the day-to-day work of our world-class PR and marketing agencies. They have been consistently recognized as the premier PR agencies in their fields, period. And when you put the very best under one roof, the growth that comes from cross-selling is exciting. Now, I recognize that many of the people listening to this call and shareholders of Dolphin in general are relatively new to our story. So let me quickly tell you more about our companies. The first company we acquired was 42 West in 2017. 42 West is an entertainment PR powerhouse. There's simply no other way to describe them. In the most recent Power 50 list of the PR firms in this country from the New York Observer, 42 West was ranked the most powerful PR firm in entertainment. Last year at the Oscars, 42 West was involved with 13 films that received 49 nominations and won 9 Academy Awards overall. And their night at the Emmys was somehow arguably stronger. 42 West was involved with 33 programs that received 145 nominations and won 43 Emmy Awards overall, including 16 of the 23 winners during the televised portion. That was incredible. 42 West also has a celebrity division that includes names such as Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, Jason Statham, and Megan Thee Stallion, among many, many others. And in January of this year, we acquired BHI, a leading entertainment consumer products, video gaming, and esports PR firm that has become a division of 42 West. The acquisition of BHI provides a tremendous gateway into the last remaining large vertical of entertainment for our supergroup, the $160 billion video gaming and esports market. This transaction has paid immediate dividends, as we announced shortly after the acquisition that BHI signed Funko, our fellow NASDAQ company, to promote their Snapseas consumer product line, marking Funko's entry into the toy category. 42 West and BHI have also signed Tyler Blevins, otherwise known as Ninja, the most popular video gamer in the world. It's been a great first 3 months with BHI. Also in the Dolphin family is Shorefire Media, the best in the music PR business. CEO Marilyn Laverty is a legend, and over the past 30 years, she has built a tremendous business. Shorefire represents individual recording artists such as Bruce Springsteen and the Dave Matthews Band, songwriters, publishers, authors, and various other individual artists. And they also represent live events such as Super Bowl Music Fest and Summerfest and many others. In any given month, Shorefire handles the PR for over 100 artists, singles, and album drops, and we believe they have the largest, most diverse roster in the music PR business. Shorefire consistently has tremendous nights at the Grammy Awards, including again this year, when Shorefire's client roster earned 15 Grammy nominations across Album of the Year and multiple genre, film, and comedy categories. The third leg of our PR firm stool is The Door. We absolutely adore this company. They are the leading culinary and hospitality PR firm in the world, representing celebrity chefs and Food Network stars such as Rachel Ray and Robert Irvine, as well as the mega events in that industry, such as South Beach Wine and Food Festival, the New York Wine and Food Festival, and Windy City Smokeout in Chicago. They also represent many of the leading hotel brands, including 11 hotels in their hospitality portfolio, that have been recognized by the Distinguished Condé Nast Traveler 2020 Reader's Choice Awards. And in early 2019, the door launched a consumer products division that has grown tremendously and which represents a very large opportunity for us. Complementing these three PR firms is Viewpoint Creative, a creative agency that we feel makes the best promotional videos in the business, among many other creative assets. Their legacy is in television, and past and present clients include HBO, ESPN, Showtime, Discovery Networks, A&E, and many more. And we've now taken their expertise, and they've created promotional videos for clients across our PR firms, including the consumer products division at the door. And in August of last year, 2020, we added Be Social, a leading influencer marketing firm out of Los Angeles, which was a highly strategic acquisition for us. I know we talked a lot about this on our Q2 earnings call last year. Be Social both represents popular individual influencers under its talent management division and also has a brands services division, which specializes in both organic and paid influencer marketing campaigns, media relations, digital strategy, and events. PR and influencer marketing go together like peanut butter and jelly. They are the twin pillars of earned media. We believe the ability to offer influencer marketing campaigns targeted by every possible demographic, including location and interests, is a tremendous advantage for us in Dolphin 1.0. Simply put, our PR firms can really cross-sell Be Social's influencer marketing expertise when designing their campaigns. And that collaboration speaks to the thesis of Dolphin 1.0 and to the benefit of bringing 6 best-in-class companies together under one roof as an entertainment marketing supergroup. 6 companies means 30 different ways to cross-sell. When we were just one company, we obviously couldn't cross-sell with ourselves. And when we were 2 and 3 companies, we were building. But now we feel we have reached scale on the cross-selling, and it's showing with our revenue growth. Revenue growth during a pandemic. Again, with no movies and theaters, live music venues, restaurants, and hotels. So now let's discuss Dolphin 2.0. The core investment thesis of Dolphin, for all the new folks on this call and our new shareholders, the core investment thesis of Dolphin is that the relationships and expertise of our world-class marketers in the entertainment industry can be monetized in a variety of ways far greater in a world of direct-to-consumer products and services. So let me ask you a question. It's a question I usually end every presentation I make at LD Micro or any other conference. If you had the world's only collection of best-in-class entertainment marketing companies, and I mean best-in-class, what would you do? Our answer to that question is that we would own some of what we are marketing. Specifically, we will seek to own products and services where our strength of direct-to-consumer marketing will most greatly increase the likelihood of our success. It's as straightforward as that. We give certain categories of products and services the best possible chance to succeed. We certainly believe that is true with NFTs. We also believe that to be true with a wide variety of other consumer products. We also believe that is true with specific live events in the food space, in the music space, and in the esports space. And we also believe that is true with content, whether it be feature films, documentaries, television series, or podcasts. We are at an inflection point in the history of Dolphin. If Dolphin 1.0 is the marketing of pop culture, then Dolphin 2.0 is using pop culture to market. We have now reached scale with Dolphin 1.0, with scale being defined as the acquisition of the very best marketing agencies across every major vertical of entertainment: film, television, music, gaming, esports, culinary, and hospitality. We were specific about what we wanted in the roadshows of 2017 before we uplisted to NASDAQ. Those who have been with us since then know we've talked about these verticals for 3 years. We were specific about what we wanted and who we wanted. We have only offered 6 letters of intent to companies along the way, and we have made those exact same 6 acquisitions. To use a sports analogy, we have the players we want in our clubhouse. We are ready to play, and we feel the game is only just beginning. It took us 3 years to build that scale in Dolphin 1.0, and we will use that scale to maximum advantage for the rest of our lives in Dolphin 2.0. So let's talk about Dolphin 2.0. We've been waiting for this day. Well, first, how do we think about it? Well, as many of you know who were on the call last week, we were in our CEO Summit in Miami last week. We divide our opportunities into 4 major categories of Dolphin 2.0. Those 4 categories are the creation of consumer products by ourselves and with partners, the creation of content also by ourselves and with partners, the creation of our own live events, and finally, the taking of ownership positions in other people's companies that create either consumer products, content, and or live events in exchange for our developing and marketing them across all of the Dolphin companies. So those are our 4 categories: consumer products, content, live events, and equity. Now, we expect to announce 2 major products or initiatives in each 2.0 category this year, with the exception of live events, which will start in 2022 due to COVID. So that will be 6 2.0 products or initiatives this year: 2 from consumer products, 2 from content, and 2 resulting in equity stakes in other companies. We've announced our first, which is NFTs, the first of our 2 in the consumer products category. We expect to have 5 more this year. The launch of Dolphin 2.0 dramatically expands the number of traditional catalysts we expect to have in any given calendar year. Previously, we made 1 to 2 acquisitions per year to build our scale in Dolphin 1.0. We will continue to make acquisitions when we identify skill sets or markets that will help us. However, now we expect to add another 6 catalysts this year and 8 catalysts in 2022 and going forward from our Dolphin 2.0 initiatives, which begins with NFTs, which again fall under our consumer products initiatives for 2021. That was obviously a major explanation of Dolphin 2.0 and what we think we have in front of us. We used last week's call to share some insights around the launch of our NFT division last month. We have tremendous excitement around our position in the market. NFTs are a perfect representation of how our unique set of companies can increase the likelihood of success for this type of product. Why? Because let's look at what needs to happen to create NFTs. Right? First, you need to identify and develop IP, intellectual property, right? That is what Hollywood does. It's what I've done for 25 years. And we feel we are particularly well positioned to either acquire or partner for the very best IP. I think that's beyond debate. Second, you need to produce the actual creative product. We absolutely know how to do that. And we have both Viewpoint's in-house capabilities and the ability to manage all of our collective relationships to the very best creative artists, animators, graphic designers, visual effects supervisors that Hollywood has to offer. Quite frankly, we can identify the best IP and we can create the coolest products. And then third, after posting the NFT for sale, most crucially, you have to be able to market it. In other words, NFTs are direct-to-consumer entertainment and sports collectibles. That is what they are, direct-to-consumer entertainment and sports collectibles. We feel we are the best in the world at direct-to-consumer entertainment marketing. We have 42West, BHI, The Door, Surefire, and Be Social, all leaders in their industries and all with deep experience promoting entertainment-based consumer products. That is what we do. Therefore, we feel our unique expertise and relationships gives our NFTs and gives the NFTs we produce with our partners the very best chance to succeed. And that is why NFTs made the cut to be one of our 6 Dolphin 2.0 initiatives this year, and why we're so excited about them. I think the world's excited about them. On last week's call, I mentioned the growth of the market in NFTs. I noted that $60 million in NFTs sold in 2019, that $250 million in NFTs sold in 2020. And based on reports of sales from the first couple of months of the year, that it would be reasonable to assume that the market would grow to 4 or 5 billion in 2021. To many, that seemed difficult to believe. Quite frankly, many people are still asking, what is an NFT? Well, anyway, I'm here to say that I was wrong. I don't believe that anymore. I think that estimate of 4 to 5 billion in 2021 is too low. Why? Because it was just reported by CNBC this week using nonfungible.com data that over $2 billion in NFT sales occurred in the first quarter alone. $2 billion. And here's the best part. That number does not include certain private marketplaces, the biggest of which is NBA's Top Shots. It was reported that NBA's Top Shot sold over $470 million of NFTs in the first quarter. And for those on the call last week, you know that our entry into this space has been planned since the middle of February, long before any of these numbers were public. We believed in this space for one additional reason, and that is the fact that on almost all major NFT exchanges today, you cannot buy an NFT with a credit card. We believe this growth will only accelerate, as hard to believe as that may be, when credit cards are accepted. On last week's call, we asked the question of could the NFT market hit $500 billion by 2025? Similar to how Netflix disrupted the film and television business by digital delivery, would the NFT market do the same for collectibles? When we were assuming that this year would see $5 billion in NFT sales, that would represent 100 times growth. Of course, now that it seems that NFT sales will pass $10 billion this year from $250 million last year, $10 billion this year, if Q1 saw $2.5 billion, including NBA Top Shots, then $500 billion would represent 50 times growth over the next 4 years. What could account for that? And quite frankly, we think the answer is the acceptance of credit cards, because the vast majority of NFTs today can only be bought with Ethereum. It's a single cryptocurrency. That's it. Almost every person, let alone investor, that I've talked to since our announcement has called me after our announcement to start the NFT division, was not aware of that fact. They did not know that you couldn't buy NFTs with credit cards. I still have not read the importance of that fact in any article I have read on NFTs. And here's the stark comparison. There are less than 150,000 active crypto wallets in the NFT space in the United States. That's it. That's for all forms of cryptocurrency, not just Ethereum. Less than 150,000 crypto wallets. The first quarter's sales were made by less than 75,000 buyers. Obviously, that's less than 1% of the adult population in the United States having a crypto wallet. By comparison, what percentage of American adults have credit cards? The entire growth to date of the NFT marketplace doesn't account for 99% of the buying public. And of everyone you know that has bought an NFT, how many of them are under the age of 25? My guess would be not many, if any at all. And why is that important? Because that's a huge segment of the entertainment and sports collectibles market. We believe NFTs are here to stay. The digital delivery of collectibles just has too many advantages, from vastly lower cost of production, elimination of inventory and shipping costs, and then obviously global markets for every product. We like the NFT market. We love our position in it. We have the relationships to produce really cool NFT product lines around both content and individuals, from motion pictures, from television, from music, from the culinary world, from gaming and esports, and from traditional sports, which is where we've chosen to start with the partnership with Hall of Fame Resort Entertainment Company. In these first days of the NFT marketplace, sports memorabilia is strongest out of the gate. A tip of the hat to the NBA and Dapper Labs for creating NBA's top shots. It's a beautiful product, and they deserve the success they're enjoying. $470 million plus of revenue in their first full quarter. In their first full quarter in the market is astounding. We know that Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment Company is a leader at the crossroads of professional football and entertainment, which makes them a perfect first partner for Dolphin's new NFT division. Dolphin's best-in-class entertainment marketing companies and ability to design, produce, release, and promote NFTs will deliver tremendous value for this powerful partnership. We like our first product coming out shortly with NFL legends Tim Brown, Earl Campbell, and Doak Walker. And we like that this is only the tip of the iceberg for us. It's the start of our partnership with Mike Crawford and his team at Hall of Fame. It's the start of the various announcements we anticipate having in the coming weeks about our choices of entry with NFTs. It's all of the various entertainment verticals I just mentioned. And it's the start because NFTs as a whole only represent the very tip of the iceberg for our opportunities within Dolphin 2.0. Our NFT division was the first announcement of many we anticipate making this year. Okay. We've been waiting for this day for over 3 years. We feel we're now at our starting line. Dolphin 2.0 is here, and we could not be more excited. With that said, I'll now turn it over to Mirta.
Thank you, Bill, and good afternoon, everyone. I'll now discuss results for the year ended December 31st, 2020. Revenue for the year ended December 31st, 2020 was $24.1 million compared to $25 million in 2019. As discussed on our call last week, we ran certain marketing campaigns during the third and fourth quarter of 2020, totaling approximately $1.5 million. During the third quarter of 2020, we had reported approximately $900,000 in gross revenues and a corresponding $900,000 in direct cost expenses related to these campaigns. Upon further review of our revenue recognition policy, we determined that the $900,000 should have been recorded as a pass-through expense and should not have been recorded as direct cost expense or as revenue. As a result, we have restated our third quarter 2020 financials on our Form 10-K to reflect the restatement. The error did not affect our loss from operations, net loss or loss per share on our condensed consolidated statement of operations or on our condensed consolidated balance sheets or condensed consolidated statement of cash flows reported as of September 30, 2020 on our Form 10-Q filed for the third quarter of 2020. Overall operating expenses for the year 2020 were approximately $26.6 million compared to $29.1 million in 2019. Direct costs for the year 2020 were $2.6 million compared to $5 million in 2019. Selling general administrative expenses for the year 2020 were $4.8 million compared to $3.8 million in 2019. Legal and professional fees were $1.2 million in 2020 compared to $1.6 million in 2019. Payroll costs were approximately $16 million in 2020 as compared to $16.7 million in 2019. Operating loss for the year ended December 31st, 2020 of $2.6 million included non-cash items from depreciation and amortization of $2 million and an asset write-off of $220,000. This compared to an operating loss of $4.1 million, which included non-cash items from depreciation and amortization of $1.9 million for the same period in the prior year. Net loss for the year ended December 31st, 2020 was approximately $1.9 million or 35 cents of basic loss per share based on 5.6 million weighted average shares and 58 cents diluted loss per share based on 6.4 million weighted average shares. This compares to a net loss for the year ended December 31st, 2019 of approximately $2.3 million or 70 cents basic loss per share on 3.3 million weighted average shares and $1.20 diluted loss per share based on 4.3 million weighted average shares outstanding. We should note that during the year ended December 31st, 2020, we recorded beneficial conversion features on the conversion of notes payable in the amount of approximately $1.3 million that is recorded in the caption interest expense and debt amortization. We also recorded net gains on changes in fair value of liabilities in the amount of approximately $0.9 million, a gain on extinguishment of debt in the amount of $3.3 million, and a loss on the deconsolidation of the Max Steel VIE in the amount of $1.5 million. During the year ended December 31st, 2019, we recorded beneficial conversion features related to notes payable converted into common stock in the amount of $1.3 million that is recorded in the caption interest expense and debt amortization. For the year ended December 31st, 2019, we also recorded net gains on changes in the fair value of liabilities in the amount of approximately $3.3 million and a gain on the extinguishment of debt in the amount of approximately $0.7 million. Cash and cash equivalents were $7.9 million as of December 31st, 2020, compared to $2.2 million as of December 31st, 2019. This does not include restricted cash of approximately $0.7 million in each of these years. That concludes my financial remarks. I will now ask the operator to open the phone line for Q&A. Operator, can you please poll for questions?
Thank you. At this time, we will be conducting a question and answer session. If you would like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. A confirmation tone will indicate your line is in the question queue. You may press star 2 if you would like to remove your question from the queue. For participants using speaker equipment, it may be necessary to pick up your hand keys before pressing the star keys. One moment, please, while we poll for questions. Our first question is from Alan Klee of Maxim Group. Please proceed.
Yes, hi. 2 quick accounting questions. For the restatement, where does the little under $900,000, you reduce the revenue, where does it show up in the expenses? And the second question is, what was your share count at the end of the year?
It shows up as under direct costs. The expense shows up under direct costs.
Okay, so that'll be reduced. Okay. And then the share count at the end of the year?
It was about 7 million shares.
And when will the 10-K be filed, do you guesstimate?
We're about to file it right now.
Oh, okay, very good. And then for the 5 companies that you own during the fourth quarter, would you be able to just briefly touch on kind of the key things in terms of how they performed in the fourth quarter and the outlook?
Sure, happy to. So the 5 before we bought Bender in January. Sure. Well, 42 West, obviously, and I'll also touch on, if it's helpful, as we're hopefully coming out of the pandemic, what that outlook looks like. 42 West had a very strong year with the streaming services that really we captured a tremendous amount of market share from the streaming services, and that'll be business we have continuing going forward, obviously. Movie theaters are opening up. We just passed the 60% mark of theaters being open in this country, and as vaccinations roll out, the drop dates for the big summer movies are beginning to stabilize. We expect Memorial Day will see the first of the big studio films, and it seems like that'll hold 6-7 weeks from now. We moved, obviously, our films, James Bond moved to the fall. Top Gun moved from July to November, but that was mostly so Tom could do his world press tour that he does before every film that's extremely well received by theater owners worldwide. if there's a harder working actor promoting his films, I don't know who it is. But those dates we feel very comfortable will hold. And so when we come out of the summer season and back into independent film season, which 42 West is, we think, the strongest, as judged by all the Academy Award nominations they've received and won over the years, we expect to have a healthy independent film business back again at the end of the summer. So I'd say the outlook is very strong. Again, considering we haven't had a dime of revenue from films in theaters for a year. But the streaming service business has done a great job helping us offset that, and we'll continue that as we go forward. Shorefire, they were always the least impacted of our firms. Maryland's done a fantastic job because most of music is promoted, the singles, the albums, without necessarily the touring. Obviously, we don't have any revenue from touring and the promotion of those, but that I'm not as confident in that coming back in the third quarter. I think that will be more fourth quarter, but obviously firms like Live Nation and AEG are working hard to mount those tours again, especially with the bigger artists. But it's doing quite well. And we're back with Shorefire at pre-pandemic revenues and beyond, even without the touring business. The Door, obviously, is the company that's been most impacted by COVID. Restaurants and hotels were closed for much, if not all, of last year, and the restaurants still, many of them are just now beginning to think about reopening. When that occurs, and we feel we're seeing the start of that, which I wouldn't have been able to say even 2 or 3 weeks ago, then the Door will really expand revenue because in the probably third quarter of this year, we expect, certainly fourth quarter, that's fighting with 1.5 hands tied behind your back during a pandemic, right? No restaurants and hotels. The consumer products division really carried us with them, and it's done very well, weathered the pandemic very well, and doing growing quarter over quarter. The Viewpoint was also not impacted very much given the pandemic, growing revenue and having a very strong start to this year. Be Social launched our kit business after we acquired them. We love that business, and we're expanding some of their services. And by the fourth quarter of last year, added social media management for brands as well. So of course, they joined the family only in August, so we didn't have a full year with Be Social. Was that helpful, Alan? I'm not sure.
That's great. And then, so last year you talked about the potential of producing 2 movies and selling them in 2021. Is that still something that you're that seems like reasonable, or has that plan changed at all?
Well, we are excited to announce, our 2 initiatives in the content category of Dolphin 2.0. Features are certainly a possibility. We and many of the other independent producers, as I was saying last year, are still waiting on scripted features for production insurance to be widely available in the industry. We do see that day coming and expect it to be available by the end of the summer. And if we can mount the first in this year, we will certainly do so. We think we'll be able to, if not in Q3, hopefully Q4. And we have other content partnerships and initiatives that we hope to be able to announce shortly, other than just features, I mean.
Okay. So the production, the 2.0 stuff is it's harder to figure out how to model it today. Obviously, it's all new stuff. Do you see it, envision like how what's the path where we can maybe try to put some numbers around some of this stuff?
Yeah, sure. Well, let's see. We're sitting here on April 15th, and we'll report our Q1, May 15th, and by then, we may have an additional clarity or two in the NFT space. But I really think by the time the announcements we anticipate being able to make from late spring and summer, we'll start providing some clarity and particulars around the other 5 initiatives for the year. We would expect to announce the majority of those before we're all back on a call August 15th, and that would help us all model the upside of Dolphin in the next 12 months. By then, too, we'll have the partnerships within the NFT space widely announced, if not all announced by then, I would assume. I imagine we'll have, as I said, another announcement or 2 on the NFT space before we all gather again May 15th. So I think that'll give us some greater ability to model the revenue off NFTs, both in our partnership with Hall of Fame and some of the very exciting announcements that both Mike and I will be making in short order, as well as, again, the other partnerships we'll have in the NFT space. So I would think, obviously I'm just not at liberty to say what those announcements will be on this call, but in the next several weeks, I believe you'll see that'll give you a chance to start at least creating the placeholders on the modeling. Alan, the content is being lined up, the equity is definitely being lined up, and then of course we'll have a second major initiative in consumer products this year as well.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sort of backing into these numbers. I'm not completely confident yet, but it looks like you're in the fourth quarter on a EBITDA basis, you did well. You were profitable, and better than I expected. And could you talk about kind of maybe just from that perspective, maybe what was behind that, and do you view that as being sustainable going forward?
Thank you, Alan. Yeah, we feel we had a very strong year, especially against any of our expectations. This time last year, I mean, it's hard to believe we were doing a call last year, and I indicated no one knew where the pandemic was going to go. We certainly knew how it impacted directly before that call in the previous 2 weeks. All of our restaurant business, all of our motion picture business, right? Holy cow. The truth was that I indicated, I believe, on that call that we would do our best to manage towards cash break even. We believe we would have had a cash positive year last year, but for the pandemic. And I'm very proud to say that on a cash basis, at year end, you back out the depreciation and amortization, you back out the $220,000 when we wrote off the asset that was on the balance sheet of 42S before we bought them. They had stock in a private company. Then you'll see that, I believe, from Q2, Q3, and Q4, we were. And just above cash break even, which is on an operating income basis, when you factor in the loss that we took in the Q1 last year. So that's very exciting for us, and quite frankly, I'm hoping that is as well received as I think it should be, because to manage to that result in a pandemic was no easy feat for our company, and we're proud to be able to say that. With that said, then going forward, some of these Dolphin 2.0 initiatives will take modest investments. We have the cash on hand. Obviously, we're excited about NFTs. It's not a heavy capital requirement. We'll manage that investment in the first half of this year and in the first quarter. it'll be a little heavier than the second quarter, and then they'll be paying big dividends for us, we hope, Q3, Q4 going forward. So we think we have tremendous momentum. And as we reported, Q4's revenue being pretty significantly above Q4 of the year before. And we expect Q1 to grow from Q4, obviously. I think the estimates that were out there in the marketplace of $30 million of revenue plus from Dolphin 1.0, I feel very confident about that. And then Dolphin 2.0 only represents what we think is very potentially huge upside for us. So it's exciting. And Alan, you cover many microcaps. We feel this was a momentous day for us. Yes, we've always been pointing to the start of 2021. Anybody that's been following us 3 years, give us 3 years, we'll build the super group, and then we can start Dolphin 2.0. But I think we're way ahead on our balance sheet of where people thought we would be when we finished the acquisition strategy, right? Or this phase of the acquisition strategy. We're talking about a company that after 6 acquisitions has a working capital deficit of only $3 million. This time last year, in the midst of the acquisition strategy, we had a working capital deficit of $15.6 million. We went from 15.6 down to 3 in 12 months. That, I think, puts us and separates us from the overwhelming majority of microcap companies that have no clear path to a working capital surplus, and obviously we have more cash on the books than debt, which I don't think what percentage of microcaps can say that. So we're excited about where we are from a balance sheet perspective. And to answer your question about the growth from 2020, imagine what we can do when we have all of our businesses actually fully operating.
Right. Yeah, you definitely outperformed on profitability in the fourth quarter compared to what I was expecting.
Okay. Thank
you. One last question on Be Social. I saw 2 days ago on April 13th a company, Isaiah Worldwide, which does influence marketing. They put out an announcement that they said that they, as of that date, they already exceeded the total amount of managed services bookings that they had done for the entirety of the same quarter the prior year, which makes me think that maybe that's a good data point for your business. How do you think about the outlook for Be Social?
Oh, Be Social has such a bright future with us. I was trying to say in the prepared remarks, those who listen to the Q2 earnings call, influencer marketing and PR really do go hand in hand. And now think of it from the lens, though, of Dolphin 2.0. We're going to have our own live events. Let's just say one of them is a food event in Memphis, Tennessee, and it's a chili cook-off. Well, imagine if you could target influencers, food influencers specifically, by interest there and by location within 30 square miles, a 30-mile radius of Memphis, Tennessee. What could you do to drive people, make it broad awareness and drive people to the event? What could we do when we sell NFTs? Our value hasn't been recognized yet in the NFT space, probably because it's so early, right, Alan? It's hard to model. But you look at our competitors or other companies trying to launch into the NFT space, we have so many advantages. Not only do we have the direct relationships to the IP, we can partner with people like Hall of Fame Resort and put out NFTs around, the only individuals that ever won the Heisman Trophy and been inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But imagine what our relationships are in movies, television, etc. Well, now you add Be Social to that. Can you imagine doing an influencer marketing campaign with influencers who have an interest in sports around a sports NFT, or movies with a movie NFT, or food around food NFTs, gaming around gaming NFTs? We're using the strength of a company like Be Social not just to enhance our clients' campaigns with the PR firms, but to enhance the sale of our own products. So, it was highly, highly strategic. Yes, for Dolphin 1.0, but for Dolphin 2.0, Be Social is a not so secret weapon. And I think the comment I made in August was the holidays came early. This was the one goal we had for 2020 while we were finishing the acquisition phase of Dolphin, was to buy the very first choice of an influencer marketing firm. And we really had 2.0 in mind as much as 1.0.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
No, thank you, Alan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the question and answer session, and I would like to turn the call back to Bill O'Dowd for closing remarks.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining. And I wanted at the end of today, this call, to just give a special shout out to 160 or so employees of Dolphin, because they were kind enough to make a video for my birthday, which is today, which I saw just before starting this call. And it was the coolest video ever. And I'm very appreciative of it, set to Journey's hits on Separate Ways with original lyrics. And I was very touched. So if there are any of our folks out there listening live to this call, I'm very appreciative, and it was a perfect birthday present. So thank you all for joining today, and appreciate the interest in Dolphin, and hopefully we'll have some exciting things to share with you in the coming weeks. Thank you, everybody.
This concludes tonight's conference. You may disconnect your lines at this time. Thank you for your participation.
Yeah! Woo! That was the CEO, the birthday boy. What do you think about that? The birthday boy. That's right. Bill O'Dowd. Today was his birthday. Didn't know that. That's cool. It's pretty cool. With the earnings call. The earnings call. By the way, before each and every one of you leave, so don't leave yet. Hold on. If you can, click that like button. Also, join me tonight. I'm going to be doing a day trade show tonight, 9 p.m. Join me on the show tonight. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for you. Free bolt out of here. But hey, let's do a real recap, all right? Just a few things. Oh, yeah, the CEO giving us a little NFTs. He was saying, yo, we're going to have a little bit of this coming soon, a little bit of that coming soon, a little bit of this. And I'm telling you what, anytime someone says the word chili, all right, it piques my interest. Why? Because I'm from Cincinnati, and we are like the chili capital of the world, all right? Y'all know that. So anytime I hear chili, I'm like, oh, he said chili. He said chili. And I've been on a diet until today. Today's the last day of my diet, so I'm going to eat me some chili now. I want some chili. But anyway... so really awesome. It's great. The CEO knows the dude from Maxim, by the way. I was on the call again last week asking all the questions. Knows him by heart. Like, knows the names. Like, yeah, Alan needs to talk to him, like, personable. But there's a lot going on. One thing that I took from the call, another thing I took from the call, is that they said that, all right, 1%, only 1% can actually buy NFTs because they have to use Ethereum. Only 1%. The other 99% are credit card users, and they can't currently buy NFTs. Think about that for a second. That was like, wait, what? Just imagine if they open that up to the public. That's insane. That really is. It just blows my mind. And then he gave you the whole, I was wrong thing. Like, I expected it to be this much, but it's actually like this much. You know what I'm saying? So threw one of those in there. Mr. O'Dowd was doing some definitely some sales stuff right there. But wait, there's more. That's right. You know what? I like it. I totally dig it. I totally dig it. I think you're heading in the right direction. One thing throughout the HUF fee, which I was excited about. I mean, I've been a big believer in HOFV as well, as the Hall of Fame resort right here in the state of Ohio, up in Canton. So I'm excited about that as well, that partnership that they're doing there with the NFL and all that, and what's going on with the Hall of Fame and the partnership there with sports. But in general, it's just it's mind-boggling the connections that they have in the industries across and everything, and how much money they're making. He said, 6 acquisitions with only I think he said $3 million in debt. 6 acquisitions, started at 15 mil, went down to 3 mil in 1 year. That's in 12 months. That's actually pretty good. That's solid. That's solid. Beating the earnings. And hey, the person asking the question at Maxim, to Alan, said, you actually did a lot better than I thought you were going to do. Did a lot better. So they did good. He mentioned Ninja. Yeah, name dropping. There was some name dropping, and the last call was all Patrick Mahomes. This time it was Ninja. A lot of Dolphin 1.0, a lot of Dolphin 2.0. There's all kinds of Dolphin up in here, 1.0, 2.0. So good deal. But y'all in the live chat, by the way, y'all in the live chat had me rolling laughing. All right, there was a few times where I just could not hold it in. Like when I can't even repeat it, but what all y'all said on the live chat was hilarious. And then there's that little quote that he said, and I literally knew what he was gonna say before he said it, because he said it on the call last week. So I lip synced it, and when I looked at the screen and saw it come back across on the post feed, it literally looked like I said it. I was like, that's perfect. I lip synced that perfectly. But huge. So Dolphin Entertainment Q4 sales 6.70 million, beats the 6.31 estimate. Dolphin Entertainment reported quarterly sales of 6.70 million, which beat the analyst consensus estimate of 6.31 million by 6.18%. Is a 3.86% increase over sales of 6.45 million the same period last year. So that's just a little update on the earnings there. So they did awesome. They did great. They're looking good for moving forward. Another thing, they were talking about movies. He says, movies are coming around. The movies are going to be coming in. We're going to be working with them. And I've been following AMC a lot. And there was an interview I watched with Adam Aaron, a CEO of AMC, with another YouTuber, by the way, by the name of Trey from Trey's Trades. I got an interview with him, and so I still got to finish watching the interview, the last bit of it. But yes, talking about him in the future. They are really, really pushing for the theater market, so you're going to see a lot of that movie stuff also transfer into Dolphin. I think it's big, So Dolphin, here's what in the grand scheme of things, in my opinion. First and foremost, I have to say I'm not a financial advisor. You have to remember that. So I have to say that, I'm legally obligated. But some stocks that I really like. All right, outside of Dolphin. All right, yeah, Dolphin, obviously, and then HOFV. WiseKey, which is an NFT company. All right, WiseKey. Cinedigm is the one that I really like. Cinedigm. I followed a little bit of CSCW. But those, AMC, GameStop, of course. But those stocks are really, 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 really good. And Atari. Don't forget Atari. All of them are all in that NFT world. And I'm telling you, they're just kind of sitting there right now. And they're just waiting to pounce. They're waiting to pounce. So I think it's gonna happen in the near future. So anyway, we had oh man, there was over 70 people in here. I'm trying to see what the actual top was. Close to 80. I think it was like 78, 79. I think we just about hit 80. So, but thank you to each and every one of you that came in for today. Make sure you come back tonight. I am going to do a show. Now, remember, I am gone all next week. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm getting on a plane, going to Florida. So I'm going out of town. But I'm going to start doing a little show at night, just while I'm out of town next week. Tomorrow's Day Trades. Today is what it's called. You can see it on my YouTube channel right now. It's already ready to rock for 9 p.m. tonight. So come back tonight. Hopefully I have my hair cut by then. I'll be looking a little bit, not whatever that I got going on right now with this hair, but it's going bye-bye in a little while. So after all that, and I come back and get set up, I'll be doing that show at 9 p.m. tonight. Join me. I will give you some technical levels to watch for tomorrow in the market as well. And I will do that also Sunday through Thursday, 9 p.m. From my hotel room in hopefully sunny Florida. Hopefully sunny Florida. However, they're saying there is a lot of rain in the forecast, so I'm crossing my fingers here. Maybe that it turns sunny for me as I'm down there. But again, thank you to each and every one of you. I'm going to go back through Fletch Lives, Sean, Kevin, Tintin, Roberts, as I go up through there, Aaron, let's see, David was in here, David, thank you, Fast and Slothy was in here, scrolling up, trying to get everybody, Ronnie was in here, Javier, thank you to each and every one of you, Dirty Mike and the boys down in Central Florida where I'm going tomorrow, by the way, I won't be too far away from you. So let's see, Joey, my boy Joey, yo, yeah, thank you so much. Dominic was in here, Juan was in here, Brian was in here. I see, I'm not going to be able to get everybody. Isaac, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get everybody. But anyway, I tried my best. Each and every one of you, thank you so much to each and every one of you that came in. Join me tonight, 9 p.m. I have to bolt out here, go feed my parents' dog because they're already in Florida. So I got to go take care of that, go take care of a dog, and get my haircut, get all fixed up, ready to rock it. I will be back at 9 p.m. right here on the Pop the Chart live stream. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave. Hit that sub button. Join me. Going forward, thank you so much, Dolphin, DLPN, to the moon! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. I will see you on the other side. Bye!